Okay guys, so I am taking a little break, but I was on live action and there was this comment about this woman saying, you know, I want to have kids. I regret what I did or whatever happened with her abortion. I'm ready to have kids now. This is very common, guys. It's called the atonement child. It's when a woman comes to realize after an abortion that she's ready to have a child. And she almost is looking to make up for that child through another child. And this is part of post-traumatic stress. It's very scary. I remember going through that and feeling like, once I realized what abortion was and the guilt that came along with it and realizing God forgave me, I was now ready to have kids. And what happened was, I didn't think I could have kids. We had tried and tried, and I'm like, okay, God must be punishing me. So this is what they're really dealing with, like God must be punishing me. Does that mean that you can't have kids? No. Lots of women put abortion aside. They suppress it. They're like, move forward. Let's not deal with this. The conscience, the mind cannot deal with it. It's like an onion being peeled back little by little. And they understand most victims of abortion, and I say victims because they didn't understand the true scope of what abortion is. If anyone truly understood it, they would, as a mother, usually protect their child. And this is why the lies are there. So it disenables women or moms. It disables them so that they don't think that they have to protect that child inside them. So it's not a very black and white thing. And so as far as having children, it's the best thing that you can do, because the mother is now learning, okay, this is child development. She's dealing with abortion when she can, little by little. And luckily for me, I already knew God forgave from the east to the west, I was told. Now, did I understand the true scope of everything? No. I took that blame, being in post-abortive trauma, not understanding it all. And I had some kind of hope, right? And then God blessed me with with sons, 5 sons. And as I learned each time, even with home births, about having babies, I learned even more about abortion. I understood it even more. So when you usually have that kind of loss, you usually want to be the best mom in the world because you've had so much loss, right? So, live action, I'm on there. I usually make comments about stuff. It is so important that women feel loved after an abortion. Usually that comes in the form of a child's love once they have children again. And it is the best thing because you learn the love of a child as you heal up. And you're like, okay, I understand even more what love is. And then as a Christian, I became a Christian first, thank God, before I even had to deal with the mess. You understand God's love. So they go hand in hand, right? And women need God's love in order to heal. That is the number one thing they need. Don't listen to these stupid people. I've been listening to some YouTube channels just this year of people coming out. Shelly Sala, I think her name is. She's got a book out about how she's the first woman in the whole United States to do third-term abortions. Third trimester abortions. Can you believe that, guys? I'm listening to her, and she was trained by George Tiller, the guy who was shot down in a church. Church and abortion, that doesn't go together. But she was mentored by him, so now she's trying to get out there and promote abortion even more. And so they're saying, hey, it doesn't matter how far along you are. Abortion is abortion. Don't let gestation get in the way. I'm reading something from someone. Don't let, how far along you are get in the way. It's one thing to have an abortion when you aren't even showing, okay? Because back in the day, most people were like, you can't even tell you're pregnant, and they didn't understand that maybe you had already conceived, etc. But when you see a woman in third trimester and This is what I saw on the sidewalks in New Hampshire, and I may get on the sidewalks again. But you see her with her belly. I've worked with women. You see their belly. They need extra care, right? They're working. They're carrying too. And then to think that someone would go in there and literally do like a fetal abduction. That's pretty much what you're dealing with, is insane. And to have somebody be proud of that, I just heard of something I never heard of before. When I think of home birth, you think of a doula, right? You think of people who help you have a healthy birth. There's an abortion doula, who is working to kill babies, right? Probably at home. This is scary. And she's looking to get the Medicaid in New Hampshire with someone else and the Medicaid in Maine. Let's use Medicaid to have babies, not to kill them, guys. So there's a lot of sick people out there, totally sick, who just want the blood and they want to kill your baby. And except for God, guys, I mean, God will forgive anything, but unless God opens their eyes, they are on their way to hell for killing people. I mean, that's what they're doing. It's not just killing babies. They're killing people. They're killing the potential of adults like us. So this needs to be stopped, and you're going to see more work from me on my channel talking about abortion, because it's disgusting. It's the number one social ill, I believe, in society right now, is abortion. So we need to stand up. Us older moms, we have gone through a time where we saw, people, our grandmothers didn't really talk about this. Great-grandmothers didn't talk about this at all. So it's my generation that some have had an abortion. And then even in my generation, it wasn't talked about. But now, in this next generation, women are having abortions left and right. So we need to be the generation that stands up against abortion, ladies. Thanks for joining me.